All right, episode 3. Jay Betts is back. Let's get into it. The only place on the internet or YouTube that will show you what I actually bet or what people bet. I haven't seen anybody else do this, so I actually go through what bets I made. I open up the screen and I show you right here live what I did, so there's no baloney. I might even place a bet with what little I've got left here. So I want to get into a few things today. Jayden Daniels injury very quickly. My bets, of course, and the Blue Jays with the freaking, I almost swore there. Bullshit that they did. The choke. I call it a choke game. Argue with me if you must, but come on. You got that many chances. You're that freaking close. And you can't close the door. So I'll get into that a bit too. And a little bit about Movember, and let's go. Let's go. Let's get it going. So you're here, Jay Betts. I'm here in Ontario, Canada. I've been betting for 30 years at least, and I love my live bets. I switched over the score because Bet365 this week couldn't take any more money from me. That's how bad it was. So if you remember, I was at episode 1. I was at $750, and now I'm at like 15. So I'll get into that too. But first, um, like condolences to Jayden Daniels, my fantasy football quarterback, dislocated his elbow. Sucks, brutal, horrible. Um, I needed him to score like 40 points for me to win my game, and he got 14. But what sucks is now I lost my quarterback for the year. So you never want to see that. Injury is part of the game, but that guy was the most, or one of the most talented guys in the league. And now he's fucking done. He's done. So very RG3 um, deja vu uh, that like very, very similar. Like they left him in way too long, and now he gets hurt and he's done. So hopefully he's back. Hopefully he's back soon, but I think he's out till next year at the very least. And man, if they keep doing RPOs, what's going to happen? Especially when you're down 30 points or 31 points like they are, it's going to happen again. So just brutal. Just brutal. All right, let me get into the actual bets. Open up you guys my bets. Let's get into the score here. Hopefully it's not too hard. And yeah, it wasn't a good week. I'm not gonna lie. It was a shitty week. Let's get in here. Look at what I'm at. 1482, guys. 1482. I'll just show you what I ended up losing on. Where are we? Here's the history, guys. That's just my cappuccino maker there. Oh, here we go. My bets. Settled. Let me decline that. 7 days. So this is the one I won. I went with Buffalo over Kansas City. Buffalo wins when it doesn't matter. And in November, it doesn't matter. So they'll beat Kansas City here. If they meet back in the playoffs, I probably won't make that same bet. Even though I kind of like them, one of my teams that I do root for, but they're not going to do it in the playoffs. But hey, they won me some money, so I can't hate. You got Seattle and Buffalo. I went with Seattle. I know Jayden Daniels was playing, but I didn't think he'd get hurt that bad. But I do know, he's been hurt. Debo hasn't been playing really well. McLaurin hasn't been playing really well. This team's kind of a bust year for them. This team's typical Washington fashion. Ever since they were the Redskins, they kind of just shit the bed. So Seattle is a great organization. And I think organizations more than anything win. And so I always bet for the better organization when I can. Look at this. Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamar Chase didn't score. A little shocked by that. Lost a good one, $10. Lost another 10. Lost 21-10. And I bet for Falcons, come within 5.5. Tennessee to come within 10. This is the game I lost. Indiana, the Colts to win by 4, so it wasn't even close there. And the Cowboys and Bears won, so that's great. They pulled that behind them. They were up by 14, and I was like, "Oh, that's a check mark." And then no, Cincinnati ended up coming back, but then Chicago and Caleb Williams ended up scoring with that Loveland big score there, where he bounced off the defender and went in. But Dallas ended up losing as well, which kind of surprised me with Jacoby Brissett. This guy is consummate professional and is a good player, and Dallas sucks. So shouldn't be surprised there. Kittle couldn't do it for me. That would have been a nice payoff if Kittle, man, he scored 34 points and Kittle couldn't score. Jacobs and Devontae, I was confident. I was confident they were going to score. They've been heating it up this year. And the score gave Kittle a part of the mix. Smartly so, because he didn't fucking come close, I guess. But man, look at that. 34 points and Kittle couldn't score. And here's all my Blue Jays bets. Oh man, I had a ton of Blue Jay bets in my other bet account too. I would have won about $400 if the Blue Jays have won, because I had them to win at the start of the playoffs. I bet for them. I kept betting for them too, and big loss there. So there's my bets. Let's see if I like anything from the NHL tonight. Utah Buffalo. No. Oh, Boston. Boston's gonna win that game. What? Let's go Boston. I'm gonna try and just win. Oh, I love my Canadians. I love my Canadians, and I love the over. There we go. Let's keep the bets, the parlays a little relaxed. Oh, Tampa Bay's on a big win streak too. Kucherov more a assist guy. I like Detroit. Oh, at Florida, come on. I know I'm kind of falling into a bit of a trap here, but let's go. So let's do this for another $4. I don't want to have to. This is not letting me bet. I don't want to have to put in more money. So let's do $4. There you go. Couple bets placed. Call me out as you wish. But hey, I'm ready to put myself on the line here. All right. So there's my bets for the week. I really like my hockey bets. You saw how much I lost with the Blue Jays. Was not good. Was not good at all. I think they choked. You guys came that close that many times, and you still could have won if Jimenez just let off a little bit. I watched the replay, and he was so close to the bag. Third base line. I'll try to put up a highlight here and show it, but come on. And you still were almost safe. So I think the managers choked. I think the players choked on offense. Um, Guerrero hits a leadoff double in the 11th, and you can't bring that run in for the World Series. Like, you constantly had a guy on second with no outs, and you can't bring in one run. You bunt him over, and then you end up doubling, getting into a double play. Just embarrassing. Like, you're that close. Typical Toronto fashion. I fell for it because in 93, 92, 93, they did it. They did it. And I was like, this team's, This team's got it. They got the clutch hitting. They had Springer. They had Bichette back. They had Luke's hitting, Kirk. They had Guerrero, playing the field and doing some hitting. And man, amazing, amazing run, amazing stretch of games. But to me, they ended up blowing it. Yes, LA's a great team. Jeter called them a juggernaut, but they left the door open enough, and the Blue Jays made just that many more mistakes to not win it. So it hurts. It hurts because I'm a big Jays guy, and I bought into the season, and I bought into the playoffs, and I thought they would do it, and I thought they had it, but they fucked up like Mel from from Scarface. They fucked up bad like Mel. So comment, like, share, comment your bad beats this week if you have any, or your best wins, and I'll talk about it in the next episode. I'm also growing this beautiful mustache here for Movember. Men's health awareness. Already beat my goal of $500, so I set a new target to 1,000. So pretty proud of that. You can get me on Instagram and help out. I'll put my link in my bio here as well. But I'm going for $1,000, and I'll shave the mustache December 1st. I basically I've got to do it now, but the more I get, the better it is for men's health. And for another week of betting, I'll get back on here. I'm going to try to do this episode twice a week. But yeah, there you are, folks. Blue Jays suck. Go Habs tonight. Go Bruins. And yeah, let's start making some money.